Hey everyone, it's Orange. Welcome to another month of TOA Hard. I was able to auto this floor, but I think my team was a little bit inconsistent because I failed twice, then I succeeded, and I accidentally deleted the video, so I tried to re-record it and my auto team failed again, so I figure, it's probably not worth it to show you guys a team or even, keep trying to actually get a successful run if they're so inconsistent. Instead, I have a farmable team for you guys. Keep in mind that my rune quality is pretty good because I've been completing TOA hard for the past 5 months, I think it's been. As always, my runes will be in the description for you. I've been keeping track of my runes very well since I started my YouTube channel 3 months after I started playing Summoner's War. I have monthly rune videos and a bunch of photo albums, so you can even go back and see what they were like when I first started clearing TOA hard. I have those resources for you guys. With that being said, my runes aren't anything really amazing. My Spectra and my Mav are kind of poorly runed. This is kind of just a showcase video to show you guys what's possible if you continue to farm your runes and to showcase a farmable team. She is on 60, whatever her name is, Sylvia. We are on 60 right now, so she's kind of easy. I decided to go straight for her and nuke her out with my Spectra. Spectra's percent HP skill does a ton of damage. I pretty much ignored the ads, but then they kind of started hurting me, so I started to give them some love and throw them some attack bar resets, some taunts, and some stuns, but for the most part I had no problems and I just went straight for her. It's a little bit hard for me to say what the best strategy would be for players with weaker runes. If you have strong damage dealers, if you have a strong Spectra or a strong Sig, it might be viable for you to go for her right off the bat. As long as you bring a defense breaker, I think that could be a very viable strategy, and that might be safer for you than messing around with the ads. It kind of just depends what you're working with. If you decide to go for the ads first, I think you kind of have to be dynamic with your taunts and your stuns and your attack bar resets. I think the Dark Vampires and the Verds are probably equally as dangerous as each other. The Dark Vampires have a branding effect that can get you killed, and the Verds are going to be boosting their team's attack bar, which is not good, and that could really cause you some problems. Some things that I know of that are really good for this floor. Arya is a really great option for the Verds because she can put her glancing debuff on them, and if they glance you, they're not critting, and they need to crit to boost their attack bar. Your standard TOA hard strategy works really well here, just keeping all of the ads stunned and the boss taunted. I don't think taunting the boss is super necessary here because she doesn't do anything too fancy. As always, I would suggest looking up these monsters on the Summoner's War wiki and reading what they do to familiarize yourself with it, and you can test teams out. That's how I beat most of TOA hard and TOA normal. Figuring out what these monsters do, bringing your standard team that stuns them. Slow is really powerful in TOA hard because when they're slowed, you're getting more turns. Mav has a speed buff for himself. Mav has a stun. He's a really great monster for TOA hard. Looking up what they do and then using kind of your own head and testing teams out. I would come up with a team that you think would theoretically work the best. Start from the monsters that you absolutely need. You absolutely probably need a healer and your Beretta here. Your Beretta is going to be killing the ads. If you choose to not kill the ads and you think it's possible for you to kill the boss and just focus on the boss, Beretta may not be necessary for you, and you can take him out and put something else in. So that's an example of just critical thinking, I guess. Let me think, what else? So I don't know, I think I pretty much went over everything. There are tons of teams on Reddit that people talk about and stuff. You guys can always leave me comments and I will do my best to help you. Also, some other common sense things. Attack debuff on them would help really well. If you have a really well-built Sig, he would be amazing for here. The attack debuff and the on-command freeze. If he crits, he freezes, but I think it still goes through an accuracy check. So if you have 85% crit rate and you hit a Verd, Sig has elemental advantage, which means it's actually a 100% crit rate, and then depending on his accuracy and their resist, it kind of goes through that, but That should be pretty reliable for you. Sig would be amazing with the attack debuff. If you have any defense buffers like either Basalt or Talc build or Shannon, she would work really well because she can buff defense. You do have to watch out for the Sylvia, the boss, because she has a skill where she can seize off your buffs, and if she takes off 2 or more, she can boost her attack bar. So those offensive debuffs like the attack debuff would probably be better here. But you can always try the defense buff, it might help. Just be careful if you're giving your team too many buffs. That could kind of not work out so well for you. It shouldn't be that bad though, because she can't really use that skill that much, and if you have a taunter, she should be locked down. So those are all my tips. I hope you guys enjoyed my video. Catch you guys in the next one.